Hello, my name is Ariel Nagaishi, and my senior project is going to be on how social media, more importantly, how vlogging changed the marketing industry over time. So, so before we get into my topic, I'm going to be sharing some things about myself. Again, my name is Ariel Nagaishi. I am a four-year student at the University of Hawaii, Oahu. I graduated from Moanaloa High School, and I'm currently majoring in media, more specifically general creative media. Okay, so in my presentation, I will be talking about my current plans I have for my senior project, as well as discussing my thesis statement, the objective and rationale of the research, and I'm going to be addressing the significance of my project through my research. Okay, so introducing my thesis statement, which is social media influencers and vlogging have introduced a new way of advertising, transforming the marketing industry through the popularity, convenience, and low cost of using social media to promote. This approach, however, also creates new obstacles, including health concerns, security issues, burnout, and instability in reputation. Okay. So to start off, influencer marketing is when businesses promote through social media influencers. Influencers are people who earn an income off of posting on social media and can be effective due to reasons that I stated in my thesis. So my objective slash rationale for the research, I was drawn towards the topic of vlogging since I thought it was an interesting way for people to relate with each other from all over the world. In vlogging, the influencer tends to share a lot about their personality through their videos, and fans typically find this behavior to be relatable and feel a sense of connection to these videos. In other words, parasocial behaviors. I've seen how people get inspired and motivated through watching vlogs, and which made me wonder what kind of impact it has on other factors such as marketing, consumer behaviors, and credibility. Since it is a popular form of content, I wanted to explore what attracts businesses to start marketing and promoting on this new concept of influencer marketing. So, through my projects, I hope it deepens the understanding of how social media has become a big part in advertising for companies, as well as helps understand of why vlogging is popular and an effective way to connect with viewers and consumers, and how this leads into better or change of business and marketing. So my plans for the senior project, I am planning to deliver my senior capstone through a project. This is going to be a series of videos testing different vlogging genres. I will be able to analyze which part of vlogging is the most engaging with the audience through recording, and I can also experience the struggles firsthand and the challenges of vlogging and issues that the influencers face in this career. This can support my idea of understanding how vlogging is appealing to businesses and how it became a marketing tactic over time. So, moving on to the significance. So, my significance of this project is that it explains how marketing evolved into influencer marketing. Currently, social media has become a competitive marketing market and is pretty oversaturated with many artists. So what comes with this is many types of videos and ideas. So understanding why vlogging as a genre is so effective and easy to incorporate into marketing tactics. More importantly, it can help understand how social media function as a career and how they work with businesses to create this marketing tactic. This project could also help me predict big marketing trend such as online malls and content made using AI. So some important data is the United States leads the global landscape for influencer marketing, with 22.7% of all sponsored posts made by influencers in 2024, totaling an impressive 18.9 million posts. And my second data is the influencer marketing industry was worth $1.7 billion in 2016. And in 2024, it grew to 24 billion. So this marketing is continually growing, and with more and more businesses interested to take part in it as well, which contributes to this growth. So in my first graph to the left, it shows the relationship between YouTube video views and how much tourists visited that tourist spot. So after looking at the graph, you can see the blue line, which represents the video views, and the orange line, which represents the tourist inflow, that it resembles each other. And as the viewers went up in the videos, the tourist inflow also went up. And so in the second graph, it shows how important social media is to small business owners. The US currently has 60,000 businesses with 100 or more employees. And out of these businesses, 86% of them use some sort of influencer marketing. Next, I would like to move on to my target audience for this project. So number one is business owners. Number two is people with an interest in social media and blogging. And lastly, people who are interested in making social media a career. So moving on to the proposed solution of this project. Since blogging is a recent form of video posted online on social media has a big part on business's marketing strategy, but there are a lot of missing statistics and uncertainty about how much overall businesses are using social media and how much social media has an influence on their earnings and businesses overall. But by analyzing the statistics that we already know, it can help us predict what the new uprising market strategy is and there will be in the future. It can also help us understand the issues that there are with marketing influencers, or influencer marketing, such as the instability of the career itself, the incredibility of each influencer, and to solve these problems, we can make programs that help them along the way. So my preparation and process for this project is that in the first step, I am going to be researching video ideas and plan a schedule. And I am going to be doing this by watching other vloggers and observing the trends on the website I'm going to be posting on, which include TikTok and YouTube. And after I get a list of these ideas, I'm going to plan out a schedule that works best for me. So moving on to the second step is production. I am planning to film using cameras, but primarily on the phone. I feel that through using the bare minimum of equipment, this can support my idea of how it does not require much to produce YouTube videos. And for my editing software, I am planning to use Final Cut Pro. And lastly is to upload it. I will be filming it, and I am planning to upload these on YouTube and TikTok, like how I mentioned prior. So my deliverable, I will be filming and editing a series of vlogging videos, and these vlogging videos can include videos about daily lives, eating, unboxing, shopping, and travel, and more. So through this, I will record how long it took me to process that video and what thought process I went through when creating the videos and what challenges I faced during the videos and my takeaways from creating vlogs and viewing it from a business standpoint. And that's my presentation.